Bienvenidos and welcome back to The Sauce. Before the break, we learned that Daniel Radcliffe is a little bit shorter than me. Seriously, if you look at it, like at an angle, it looks like he's squeezed over there on the sofa, but no, he's just literally smaller in height. Now let's take a look at the rest of my interview with him. Hello, I'm here with Daniel Radcliffe, the star of December Boys. Now, we're going to talk about music now. We're going to start out with the because you and I have nothing to say about music. We're going to start out with the film's soundtrack.
Oh, it's great,
it's an incredible soundtrack.
It's really good.
A lot of old country tunes, some newer covers and things.
My favourite moment in the film probably is when there's a scene with the boys all on this fantastic motorbike, and
a Triumph.
I believe it is a Triumph actually, and they get on the back and they're doing all these tricks and stuff on it, and they're playing "Friday on My Mind," which is an old Australian rock tune, and it's fantastic. It's just joyous and just really, really cool. Yeah.
It's really cool. Music supervisors, I want to do that at some point in my life.
I'd love to do that.
Now, let's dive into something you and I love. Let's talk about music and bands. Seen any cool shows recently?
I was gutted recently because I didn't get to go to Reading Festival, and it was a soul-destroying weekend because you were just getting texts from loads of your mates going, "Hi, we're at Reading, it's amazing!" And I was just at home thinking, right, I've just played Trivial Pursuit. And so this really doesn't, there's something wrong about this. But I heard the people that were amazing were Smashing Pumpkins, of course, obviously, and who was that? Klaxons. Yeah. Klaxons were apparently brilliant.
Really huge over there. Haven't broken over here yet.
Yeah, I don't know if anywhere is ready for them. They're just, I mean, they're fantastic, but they're somewhere between electro and dance and hardcore punk, but they're really innovative and interesting.
It's kind of like the Brooklyn scene here. We had the Electro Clash for a little bit.
Oh, right, yeah.
Similar to that, I think. Now, what bands are you listening to right now? Pick your top 5.
Top 5 bands at the moment would be, probably since the beginning of the year, The Hold Steady. Amazing. I think they're just fantastic.
Their keyboard player is going to play on the new Loved Ones record.
Really?
Which is a band you should check out.
Loved Ones. Okay, cool. And who else have I listened to? The Enemy are very good. Who else? There's a band who I like more for their name than the music. The music is good. It's dance music, but it's very aggressive dance music, which I quite enjoy. And the band is called Does It Offend You? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's the name of the band, and I love that name.
Great.
and they like the one song I've heard is called Battle Royale, and it sounds like robots having sex.
Cool.
And
how do you compare that? Do you actually know what that sounds like?
Yeah. No, I've got a few at home.
Oh, cool.
And what else have I been listening to? I mean, Hot Chip, I think, are really, really cool.
Don't know,
do you know, they're like, their second album's called The Warning, and it's indie dance stuff. And also I've been listening to, I mean, they're not really a new band, but Belle and Sebastian.
Oh, of course,
I love. And they're one of those bands that I revisit all the time and are constantly finding new things to love about their songs.
I saw their first outdoor show at
Really?
Coachella years ago.
Wow.
Amazing. Just so much fun. Did
they play in the day?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
It was just they were delightful.
Yeah, that is the word that describes them.
Belle and Sebastian, delightful. Now let's remove ourselves from music. Go into the next film you're working on, My Boy Jack. It's going to be for television, right?
For television, yeah. I stopped filming that a couple of weeks ago, and it's about the way World War I irrevocably altered the lives of this family, and they're quite, it's the Kipling family, as in Rudyard Kipling, and I play his son Jack. Well, his name was John, but in that sort of old-fashioned way, it becomes Jack, like Henry became Harry. And
my grandfather's name is John Smith, actually, but we call him Jack.
Oh, well, there we go, exactly. And so yeah, that's the story, and it's an amazing. We got to film in trenches, and it's just it should be. I think it could be an amazing film, and it's going to air in England hopefully in November, and in theory it should air in America sometime next year, and I really hope it does because I really want people to see it.
We were very excited. Now, when you were last here, we mentioned that Equus might be coming over to the States to do a run here on Broadway. Is that happening?
It's looking more and more probable by the day, which is great. It's it would probably be late next year sometime. And it would be certainly me and Richard Griffiths, and then as many other cast members as union rules will allow. But but it's going to be really interesting to go back to it and revisit it, and because there's so much stuff we could do differently, and also, I mean, Richard Griffiths gave me a piece of advice because he played Broadway for a long time with History Boys. And he just says the most foolish thing you could possibly do is underestimate the New York audiences because they're even more into the theatre than the West End is, and it's some of these guys see 50 shows a year, which is probably as many as I've seen in a lifetime.
Yeah, so they're really, really heavy.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It is always a pleasure having you here.
Thank you very much.
Come back, hang out as often as you want, and we can music. We got to talk more. All right, once again, December Boys comes out next Friday, September 14th. Daniel Radcliffe stopping by. Now let's head back to the show.